Tight, Austin, he'll make the pass coming off of turn number 4. Contact on the front wall. Back straightaway, he will do so. Side by side, they split him going into turn number 3. Big contact. Wayne Dotson, he'll come and pick up the heat race win. Kevin Irwin in the number 2 spot. Heavy contact into turn number 1. The 17 machine of Carson Conway. Contact avoided somehow, some way. Rick Childress got on the binders hard. He'll go around here in turns 1 and 2. Heat race number 2. Will Simcoe picks up the win. Lookadoo gets a little bit tight. Here comes McKellar to his inside. It's going to be McKellar by a nose. Over Lookadoo. The 15R machine of John Robinson, the number 2 spot over Colton Hay, Hayden Morrison, Jonathan McKinley, Ronald Lookadoo, Gerald McKellar, Jose Rosales, Trace Manise, Ryan Barnes. All right, this is a bonus main. We're doing 10 laps for our winless drivers so far here in 2024 in the American Stock Division, giving these drivers a chance to pick up a victory here tonight in the bonus A feature. So leading lap number 1, Cam Campbell. The 15R machine of John Robinson, the number 2 spot over Colton Hay, Hayden Morrison, Jonathan McKinley, Ronald Lookadoo, Gerald McKellar, Jose Rosales, Trace Manise, Ryan Barnes. Green flag's back in the air. This is going to be a 10-lap shootout. We got Cam Campbell down on the bottom side of turns 1 and 2. John McKinley working to the inside of the 188 machine of Colton Hay down the back straightaway. McKinley slides up. They both get a little bit tight coming off of turn number 4. Here comes Ronald Lookadoo in the L787. Lookadoo down on the bottom side now, side by side with McKinley off of turn number 2. That's a battle for third down the back straightaway. White flag in the air this time by for Cam Campbell. Robinson gets back on the racetrack right in front of that L787 of Ronald Lookadoo. As now here comes Gerald McKellar battling for that top 3 spot, but coming off of turn number 4. Number 28, Cam Campbell picks up the win. Lookadoo comes home in the number 2 spot over Colton Hay, Gerald McKellar, John McKinley, and Trace Manise. Make it 3 wins here in 2024. The green flag's in the air, and here we go. Great start from the ADD of Dylan Wilson. Look at that 3 wide coming off of turn number 2. They make it work down the back straightaway. What a move from the 151 of Tyler Bannister. Now looking to the inside of Paul Brown down the front straightaway. Off the 151 of Tyler Bannister. Bannister looking for his 3rd win on the season. Paul Brown goes around in turn number 2. 3. Paul Brown. Side by side. Around goes Kaufman right in front of Tyler Bannister. Caution flag will fly. There on back with the green flag off of turn number 4. Bannister gets tight to turns 1 and 2. Around goes Kaufman. Kaufman's got to get that thing refired. If not, his night will be done for the 2-spin rule. The caution flag will fly. As we got 5 to go, Dylan Wilson back to the green flag. Wilson gets through 1 and 2. Fantastic. As now we got the 151, Tyler Bannister up into P2. Keller still sitting in the number 3 spot, and the 51 of Jason Bannister rounding out the top 4, but here comes that 74 of the outlaw Ricky Childress Jr. in his debut behind the wheel of Ethan Dotson Racing Golden Empire and towing number 74. Bannister back on the horse and trying to run him down. Bannister's getting closer and closer. Paul Brown comes to a stop down on the inside of turn number 2. Flag right here off of turn number 4. Dylan Wilson. Can he get it done? He's 5 laps away. A bobble from McKellar. Now Jason Bannister up into P3. Here comes the outlaw Ricky Childress Jr. Ricky Childress taking a peek to the inside of McKellar. Can't quite get that position away. Down the front straightaway, he'll go down to the bottom side once again into turns 1 and 2. For the Kool-Aid ADD, it's going to be Dylan Wilson. Tyler Bannister comes home in the number 2 spot over the 51 of Jason Bannister, rounding out that top 4, the 18th seed of Chris McKellar. Fine. Couple of scratches on this A feature. As we get underway, shot out of a cannon right out of the gate, the 174 of Wayne Dotson. Dotson in the number 1 spot, but the man on the move. Oh, Meade going around on the front straightaway right in front of the field. Green flag's in the air, and here we go. Better start this time for Matt Welker, the 91 machine, going side by side. Throwing blows with the 174 of Wayne Dotson. Wayne Dotson gets the advantage down the back straightaway. 3 wide here in 3 and 4. 2 shot out of a cannon is the 2 machine of Irwin down the back straightaway. We've got one around, that's the 91C machine of Marcus Wonkum. Dotson picks up the loud pedal. Green flag's back in the air. Irwin goes high, the 1 in of Nicholas Johnson down on the bottom side. Irwin misses that cushion just a bit. Now he's side by side. Drag race down the back straightaway into turn number 3 with the 44 of Rick Childress. Childress into the backside of the 1 in of Nicholas Johnson. Right through the middle of turns 3 and 4. Nicholas Johnson on the inside. Casey Johnson right through the middle. And Matt Wonkum on the outside. 3-car battle for the 2nd position. Side by side with the 44 of Childress. Off the nose of the 2 machine. Casey Johnson goes around. Contact with the 4. Caution flag is in the air once again. 7-4 of Wayne Dotson as we go back to the green flag. 5 laps down. 20 laps remaining. H&S Bodyworks Hobby Stocks. Irwin on the high side, Nicholas Johnson down to the bottom side, Matt Wonkum kind of right through the middle, slides up right in front of the number 2 machine, but here comes the 1 in of Nicholas Johnson. Around goes the 1 of Marcus Wonkum. Here comes that 172, Tyler Irwin. Side by side with Rick Childress down the front straightaway, down to the bottom side in turns 1 and 2. Nicholas Johnson, he rips the lip into turns 3 and 4, but out front it is all Wayne Dotson with a 1.5 second advantage over the 91.6 machine of Matt Wonkum. Contact made in 3 and 4. Turns down to the bottom side, side by side to turns 1 and 2. Slider served. Matt Wonkum hits the bump into turns 1 and 2. Now we've got a new guy up in the P2. That is Nicholas Johnson. For the final time off of turn number 4, the Ethan Dotson Racing 174. Wayne Dotson picks up the win. Nicholas Johnson comes home second over the 172 of Tyler Irwin. Kevin Irwin in the number 4 spot, rounding out the top 5. The 44 machine of Rick Childress. Can you go 4 for 4? Green flags in the air. Here we go. Steven Johnson leads him down the back straightaway. Down to the bottom side is Donnie Meade. Side by side battle between him and Justin Schweitzer off of turn number 4. Johnson leads lap number 1. Schweitzer P2. In the number 3 spot, that's Donnie Meade. Here comes Tom Smith. And the 1-3-1 side by side with Pearson. Problems for Pearson. Slow on the apron of 3 and 4. Steven Johnson seems to have an ill-handling race car. Schweitzer gets it wrong into turns 1 and 2. Caution flag will fly. Green flag's back in the air. Miranda Scott tiptoeing around the bottom side, side by side now with Tom Smith down the back straightaway. Steven Johnson gets tight into turn number 3. Here comes Tom Smith, 3 wide down the front straightaway. Smith and Johnson side by side. Now Pearson taking a peek underneath the 74M of Miranda Scott. Working his way back up into P3 is the 4 machine as Johnson gets it wrong in 3 and 4. Caution flag will fly. And green flag's back in the air. Tom Smith, silky smooth on the high side, down the back straightaway. 4-car advantage already into turn number 3. Smith, Miranda Scott in the number 2 spot. Justin Schweitzer sitting in the number 3 spot. Contact made into turns 1 and 2. Turning down the hill. Here comes Justin Schweitzer. Sanding it in deep is the A of Donnie Mead. Second. Justin Schweitzer has it. Miranda Scott wants it. Scott's going to have a decent run down the back straightaway. Going down to the bottom side in 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4. Tom Smith goes 4 in a row. At the line, it's going to be Miranda Scott over Justin Schweitzer. Donnie Mead coming home 4th. Rounding at the top 5, the 26 of Steven Johnson. Green flags in the air. IMCA Modifieds underway here tonight. Here comes that 17B of Tyler Blankenship. Dalton Houghton in the number 1 spot down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Houghton leads lap number 1, Blankenship in the number 2 spot. Here comes the 15F of Marcus Frazier. Kaufman into the fence in turns 1 and 2. Stays on the loud pedal. Now here comes the 51G of Gavin Manning. Crossover move from the 61 of Dalton Houghton. Houghton throws a slider to turns 1 and 2. Crossover move from Blankenship. Blankenship shot out of the cannon off a 2 down the back straightaway. You've got a new leader coming to the stripe. This time high, it's Tyler Blankenship. Gavin Manning now setting his sights on the 61 machine. Gets a little bit tight, has to stay on the binders. Now they'll side by side drag race down the back straightaway. Kaufman off the pace on the front straightaway. Kaufman slow as we've got Alyssa Smith stopped off of turn number 2. Caution flag will fly. Back under green flag conditions. Blankenship got tight, but he's got enough momentum around the outside. Gets by the 51. Now here comes Troy Morris, the 3rd, side by side with Gavin Manning. Smoke now developing out of the backside of the 17 machine for Blankenship. B machine, great battle going on once again for the 2nd position. Troy Morris, the 3rd, trying to get a run down the back straightaway. They'll be side by side to turn number 3. Gavin Manning battling hard on the outside of the 07X machine. We've got one off the pace. It's Dalton Houghton. Up to the top side of turn number 3. Back down the hill goes the 17B of Blankenship. Green flags in the air. Blankenship protecting the slider into turns 1 and 2. Does it again here in 3 and 4. Back to the top side. Ripping the lip into turns 1 and 2. Gets a little bit high off of 2, but keeps that momentum into 3 and 4. Turn number 2. Blankenship. Something going wrong with your leader on lap number 20. Side. Diamonds right down to the bottom side into that moisture. Green flags in the air. Down to the bottom, Rob Sanders in that 10-in machine. He's going to be side by side with Troy Morris down the back straightaway. Rob Sanders has found something down on the bottom of the racing surface, and now he is going to be side by side for 2nd at the line. Gavin Manning looking for win number 3 on the season. In the American Well Control and Safety 51 G Machine. Number 4, 3 times a victor here in 2024. It's Gavin Manning. Troy Morris the third comes home second over the 10 of Rob Sanders, and rounding out your top 4, the 15F of Marcus Frazier, 8S of Sonny Simpkins. Green flag is in the air as we go Will Simcoe, Steve Johnson, John Robinson, Colton Hay, Ryan Barnes, Jose Rosales, Stephen Lawler, Hayden Morrison, and Trace Manise. Down to the bottom side is Miranda Scott in the 74M machine. She finds her way to the top spot on lap number 1. Spot 3 wide off of turn number 2. And look out, look-a-do. Now they're spinning around. Heavy contact on the back straightaway, and the caution flag will fly. All started with the L machine of Look-a-do getting it wrong in front of the field. Holder in row number 3, Will Simcoe, and the 70 of Jonathan McKinley in row number 4. Green flags in the air. Great start for the 74M of Miranda Scott. She leads him down the back straightaway. Cam Campbell in the number 2 position. Campbell gets a little bit free. Able to hold on to it now. Here comes the 1 machine, the West Coast Wildman, Roger Holder. Simpkins now a little bit of contact with the 28C of Cam Campbell off of turn number 4. We got a battle for the lead off of turn number 2. Roger Holder in the number 1 machine side by side with Miranda Scott in the turns 3 and 4. Scott gets a little bit tight, floats up the hill. We've got a new leader on lap number 7. It's Roger Holder. Simcoe gets a little bit sideways in 3 and 4, trying to push the issue, trying to get by the 74M of Miranda Scott. Contact with Gerald McKellar. Now the caution flag will fly. Green flag's in the air. Right down to the bottom side goes the 1 machine of Roger Holder, brings the 74M of Miranda Scott with him. Down the back straightaway into 3. Cam Campbell. He's up into the top 3. We've got a gaggle of cars spun around in 3 and 4. Caution flag will fly. Kinley rounding out that top 5. Tyler Weeks. Jump 2 cars, actually 4 position penalty. A little too anticipatory for the 69X machine. But we got a battle for the lead. Will Simcoe side by side with Roger Holder. They're going to be banging doors here in 3 and 4. Contact made, but they keep them going. Roger Holder down to the bottom side of turns 1 and 2. Will Simcoe in the number 2 spot. Cam Campbell drifting off high off of 4. The West Coast Wildman, Roger Holder gets it done. Will Simcoe comes home in the number 2 spot. Cam Campbell in the number 3 spot over Miranda Scott. And rounding out that top 5, Jonathan McKinley. Roger Holder.
Into turn number 1 goes the field. Number 33 gonna lead the pack. The pack of wolves, and now we got the yellow pack of wolves out here.
Cars are just passing it. Official on the way. Oh, I hope he doesn't try to pick that up with his hand. Atta boy.
That's gonna be hot. That's gonna be hot because it belongs on the engine, and that engine's gonna be fried. After this race, it's gonna be fried. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1, and we gotta do this again, but the green flag drops. Into turn number 1 goes the field through the corners. 33 still leads the pack of wolves. As now we got the number 9 moving to his outside. And here he comes down the back straightaway into turn number 3. And here we go. 33 will lead lap 1. And now we're going into turn number 1. That's going to be crazy. We got trouble on the 24 machine off pace. And we got trouble. But we got a few contact bumpers, bumper
Got the
slamming.
green flag right here off of turn number 4.
Green
Ryan
flag
McCoy
flies.
takes the green flag.
And a bit of a struggle with the lineup here. He's like, I don't want to line up today. I just want to go green. He's like, I want to get this day over with. I just want to win. And here we go, down the front straightaway in the 33 machine. Have a bad day running into bumpers.
Looks like, Stevie, we got 5 to go this time at the line for the 33 of Ryland McCoy. So it's Ryland McCoy, the 32X of Jason Cook.
There he is, the 33 makes the win for the mini stop main event. And we will see you probably August 17th.
There it is, the number 2 spot.